This week on What's Good Cape Cod, we remember a Cape Cod music legend, and we talk about two nearly free community resources that we bet you don't know about. I'm Sarah Lapsley Martin.
And I'm Katie Clancy. Welcome back to What's Good Cape Cod, where we show you the Cape through the eyes of a couple of locals.
And each Tuesday, we drop a new video that tells you about a person, place, and thing we think you should know about.
That's right. So we're going to start this week on a little bit of a sad note. Our person is Mark Hennessy, and no person is better suited, I think, to talk about Mark than Sarah.
Thank you. Yeah. So yes, our person is a musician, and everyone knows how much Marty and I love music. We met at a concert. We follow bands around the country, really. And now, more recently, we bring Liv to all this local music. We have so much great local music here. Music is one of those things that brings people together. It's good for the soul, and it can bring you back in time. So I know, like, if I hear a song on the radio, maybe it will be like a Michael Jackson song that my dad used to play on the radio. It will bring me back to being in the backseat of the station wagon, shoved in with my brother and sister. So music is just one of those things that really does bring us all together. And so our person this week is Mark Hennessy, who we sadly lost just a few weeks ago after a battle with cancer. Very sad for the whole community. Mark was really, he was more than just a musician. He's truly a Cape Cod legend. And anyone who's ever spent any time here visiting, living, I feel like knows who Mark Hennessy is. The music scene on the Cape and just Cape Cod summers in general really won't be the same. He is going to be truly missed by everyone. And it didn't matter how old you were. He just had that stage presence. And if you ever saw him, he had this big, bright smile that would just really light up a room. I mean, he was like one of those guys, and you would talk to him and you'd feel like you were his friend instantly, like just that kind of person. So a little bit about Mark. He was a local, graduated from DY. And his family used to own a restaurant. This is before my time. I didn't know about this, but it was called Hennessy's Steakhouse in Dennisport. And he was really influenced by the bands that played at the restaurant. And he picked up a guitar at age 9. And it was kind of like his passion ever since. And he is a lucky person who truly built his career on doing something he loved. He loved music. I mean, how many people dream of having music and having that be their lifetime career? So many people, and he really mastered it. He started out with playing like a band with his brother. The Hennessy brothers. And then most recently, he's known for the Cape Cod Slackers, and he plays with Jeff, aka Hollywood, who plays sax and other instruments. He's amazing. And Mark and Hennessy and the Slackers, they've played at so many places that we would all know. Sub and Pub, I mean, places that are there, not anymore. Yes. So Sub and Pub in West Dennis, the Windjammer, Steamers, the Irish Pub, and places that are still around like Chapin's, the Lost Dog, the Woodshed, and the Ocean House. He would play the Beach Bar on Tuesdays. So many different places that he would play, and he was just loved at all of them. And he also just didn't play at the Cape. He would travel to the Caribbean and play, and Florida as well. His one of his brothers, I think, would maybe some winter down in Florida. So he'd go down there, he'd book some gigs. And I actually started seeing Mark when I was old enough to go to the bar. So 20 years ago.
Oh, like you never went before then, but we won't talk about that.
Right. So I've been for 20 years. And, there's just too many times to count. Back then I can think back to crazy times being in my 20s and just remember him and his music there. And when Marty and I got engaged, we started planning our wedding, and I knew I wanted Mark as the wedding band. But of course, we had to ask Marty and, have him involved in it. So we were living out in Colorado then, and we flew home to the Woodshed, and I took him out there. And after like 2 songs, Marty's like, yep, this is great. We're going to have him for the wedding. I think we might have even booked him that night. We're like, okay, and Mark was always so laid back. Like, I remember planning it. I was like, okay, what are we going to do in this spot? He's like, Sarah, like, I got it. It was like, it was like no big deal. Like, he knew what he was doing, obviously. And he nailed the wedding. Like, he's done it so many other weddings. Our guests still talk about it. The dance floor was never empty. It was packed all night dancing. And it was just was amazing. And even Marty's parents loved him so much that then we would go visit them in Florida in the winter and we'd go see him in Naples.
Oh,
So
I
we got,
didn't know that.
and we get like all
Oh,
their friends hooked. So like he had all of like Marty's mom's friends and everything.
yeah.
Like all the couples would go dance and everything. And so he definitely was someone that could really draw a crowd and people would just love him. And you know, Liv, we've been bringing her out since she had like her little headphones on and everything.
Yep.
And now she likes being front row. She likes dancing and she loves when she can like request a song or something and she'll like put the tip money in. And she is a super fan of Mark. Truly. And, you know, Mark was always so good to her. And I like, even now, like we'll hear a song on the radio, like Kodachrome or September. And she's like, oh, that's Mark's song. You know, like obviously we know it's not Mark's song.
Yeah.
But she's like, oh, that's Mark's song. And we were lucky enough, or he was lucky enough to play one more last show, you know, before he passed. He played at Cape Cod Beer. It was their annual 18th birthday bash. And it was, I mean, not a dry eye in the house. It was so great that he was able to play that last show outside. It was a beautiful day. Everyone, you know, there were so many people that loved him there from all different places. You know, and he got to do it his way and you know, go out with a bang, we'll say. It was a beautiful day. And yeah, you know, just for me, Mark's been there through so many stages of my life. And I'm sure there's so many people in the community that have done the same thing. He's going to be missed by, you know, the whole community.
Yeah. Oh, well, Sarah,
and I know we were talking earlier about, you know, how much music means to us that maybe these musicians might not realize it at the time. Like, you know, we go see their shows, but the impact that they have on us and our lives and our children. I mean, it's
so true. So that is what we were talking about. So if anybody is listening to us or watching us right now and you're a musician and you play out in public and you wonder if we care, we care, you matter, we love it, you make such a difference in our life. And like, especially during the pandemic, we missed live music so much. Like you guys are so important. And, you know, just take Mark as an example. And if anybody could just be a little bit like Mark, you'll be okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, it was an awesome tribute, Sarah. I think he would have appreciated it very much. All right. Well, moving on to our place and our thing. So the place and the thing that we chose this week are both two very cool, like amazing resources, abundant resources that we have here on Cape Cod that I bet a lot of you didn't realize, because I tell you what, Sarah and I did not really truly realize what was available to us. So the first one is a place. It's Cape Cod Media Center, which is on Shad Hole Road in Dennisport. So you might be familiar with Cape Cod Media Center because it's got like the local access. You're like, how are you going to see the town meeting on TV, between two ferns, like whatever, like your local access programming is. And we joke about like local access program, it's this little hokey little hometown thing. And yes, there is all of that. Like, and the reason there's all of that is because it is a community. So what I didn't understand is what made it a community media center. Like, how were these people getting to put these shows on? I'm like, where are they getting the money to like rent out this studio, produce this, like hire the people? Like, how are they actually doing it? I never really thought about it till recently. I was there on a tour with Leadership Cape Cod, and oh my God, you guys. So a long time ago, so let me just tell you this. I was bowled over when I was like, so how does this work? How do you get here? And like, because they were like, anybody can come and use this and use that. I'm like, really? Anybody? They're like, yeah, it's like $40 a year. And I'm like, excuse me, a year? Like, I thought it would be like, what? So $40 a year for an individual membership, $100 for a professional membership, a business membership. And you can see the details on their website. But it's funded through the cable companies. So a long, long time ago, when the cable companies wanted to get their cable run on the same lines that were going through all the towns that carried our electricity and telephone, the towns, the communities made a deal with the cable companies like, okay, you can run your cable on our infrastructure, but you have to make this, media accessible to the community.
It's genius. What a great deal.
Right? So it's funded by the cable companies largely, and then, supplemented by memberships. And you can go in there. There's a professional podcast studio, and inside it's either in that room or in another room. There is it just looks like a corner because it's got all the professional like baffles and everything for if you're going to read like an audio book. So if you write something and you want just to have the audio recorded, it's all right there. You can do that. So podcast, audio, voiceover recordings for anything, books or whatever it might be. 3 different sound stages. One of them has a green screen, so you can put whatever you want back there. Another one has curtains, and you can set it up with any kind of chairs that you want. And there's even a kitchen one where you can do like a cooking show. Or
cool.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I was there. I'm like, you're kidding me. Amazing. What an opportunity that is there. So all this time, you and I have been sitting here just shooting everything on Zoom, thinking we didn't have any other option. Stay tuned, you guys. You never know where you may.
Maybe we'll do a cooking show.
Maybe we'll do a cooking show. I'm thinking what's possible with the green screen, like what we could put behind us. Just saying.
That'll be cool.
So we'll put all the website information
Yeah.
up here for you guys to go check it out. But I highly recommend that if you've been like, oh, I'd love to start a podcast, but I don't have any equipment. Oh, I'd love to start doing some video for my business. Oh, I don't have any equipment. I don't know where to do it. They'll help you do like for nonprofits, they'll let you do PSAs. It's limitless what's available there. So highly recommend check out the Cape Cod Media Center in Dennisport. The next one is a thing, and it is it's also a community resource, and it's a Cape Save, which people often confuse with Mass Save. So we'll start with Mass Save. Mass Save is a program, a state program, and I have to open up my little cheat sheet here. Where it's a home energy program. So if you open your electric bill, this is kind of a similar model as to what with the cable companies. On your electric bill, there is a tiny little, like every time you pay that bill, like 17 cents or something goes to Mass Save. What is that? Well, Mass Save is a program to help make homes more energy efficient. And obviously, if you're going to save energy, we got to pay for energy. If you're going to save energy, you're going to spend less money. But how do you do that? You need a contractor to come in and execute on the home energy program. So in this program, they offer weatherization, air. They'll like help you seal up drafts in your house. They'll help you with ventilation. You get free light bulbs, like energy efficient light bulbs. This one family in Katuitt, they did the cost of the improvements that they did, if they didn't have Cape Save, was $3,485. The Mass Save subsidized $3,102. So these people in Katuitt only paid $456 for over about $3,500 worth of work done on their house. Another couple in South Yarmouth had $5,682 worth of work done for free. They didn't have to pay a dime, and you just never know like what you might be able to get for it. And Sarah, you and I were talking before, we recommend this to our real estate clients, buyers and sellers, right?
Yeah, we recommend it all the time. I know our home inspector does, but it's definitely a program that most people don't know about.
Yeah, they don't understand. They always think that, this Cape Save, I'm just, I have to hire these people to come in and do a consult. It's going to cost me money to have them come in. And then it's going to they're going to try to sell me some work. No, my friend, it's a free consult.
Yes.
And you choose whatever work you want them to do. But like at the very least, you're going to leave with some light bulbs. Okay. I mean, at the very least, but like,
and if you get the work done, you'll probably save money on your electric bill.
Well, and that's the whole point. You'll save money on your electric bill, your heating bill, your cooling bill. And for real estate clients, for our clients, you and I both tell our people, like, our buyers are always coming in and asking the listing agent, well, what are the utility costs on this house? Yeah. Well, we'd like to say they're very low. And so that helps you when you're trying to sell your house. And as a buyer, if you are going to buy a house that you're like, oh my God, they've got these drafty windows and the insulation's shot and the light bulbs are like, live flames and, it's fine. It's fine. Do not don't worry about it. Yep. See, maybe you can get a discount on the house because it's so inefficient. Who knows? And it's not going to cost you very much to upgrade that stuff. So you've always got an option there with Cape Save to execute the Mass Save program.
Yes.
That you've already paid for.
Yes.
Through your
Call them today.
Yeah, seriously. It's so cool. It's just kind of like a sport to find out what you actually saved with it.
Agreed.
Yeah. Anyway, all right, I think that's it for this episode. So now you know what's good Cape Cod. If you are watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell button so you can get notified the next time we drop a new show.
And if you're looking for more information about anything we talked about today or past episodes, visit our website at whatsgoodcc.com.
See you later.